the East Haddam School District, which is seeking lower enrollment numbers, could have been cut by $900,000 by the Board of Finance, Walter said. The Board of Education budget is less than what they wanted, but more than the Board of Finance could have given them, Walter said. They had to make a hard choice. Got to make a hard choice. If they could have run with less than $900,000 less, why are they running with $100,000?
That was a 17-year-old.
Well, get something in the press that corrects it.
Does that mean
accurate?
Stop. Does that mean it's accurate because it's in the paper?
No. But it's all I got to
The
know.
reporter was all of 17 years old, maybe 18. It took me an hour to explain the budget process.
Not your stories.
The interview that came out was incorrect in facts. So the number they could have cut the board that was $790,000 because of minimum budget requirements. I don't want to speak for the Board of Finance, but the Board of Finance did not cut. The point was they did not cut the maximum amount they could have due to the state statute that requires a minimum budget requirement that the Board of Finance was cutting.
Did you just say they could have cut it $790,000?
I'll let the Board of
Would
Finance.
have reduced your budget from last year by $93,000.
That's because the state law that says what you can't lower the school budget.
Right.
That's
This
their
year,
rule too.
this year they said you could lower the budget from last year,
They
because
did.
you lowered by $93,000. Instead, the Board of Ed came to us with a $700,000 increase. So really, you could have said to the Board of Ed, you know what? We're not giving you the $700,000 and we're gonna reduce you by $93,000. So $793. I don't know where the reporter got
I don't either.
$953 or whatever the number was.
Just between you and me, as a taxpayer, the difference between $900,000 and $792,000 is a distinction without a difference.
Well, Colin, what do you want me to do about it?
Cut it!
Cut what?
The school budget.
That's not my decision, Colin.
Anyone else wants to,
It's
public
one
comment that
time.
hasn't spoken already?
Over here.
Anyone else that hasn't spoken already?
Right here.
Hi, I'm Brad Parker. I live at 318 Town Street. I've been coming to these budget meetings for a long time, longer than I care to mention. Probably longer than a lot of you people knew where East Haddam was. Sitting here listening tonight, it sounds like most of the people have a problem with the Board of Education. My question to you then is, have you been to Board of Education meetings?
Yes.
Let me talk, okay? Have you been going to the meetings? Have you been learning about what's happening there? Have you been educating yourself about the budget and what the needs are? I dare to say that most of the people in this room haven't been. Some of you have, okay? It's sort of like playing basketball. If you go to a Boston Celtics game and you sit up in the top row of the bleachers and the score is tied at the end of the game with only 2 seconds left, somebody's taking a foul shot to win the game. That foul shot is real easy if you're sitting in the top row. But if you're down on that foul line taking that shot, it's a pretty tough shot. I hope that this town puts out people that 20 years from now, we've developed some leaders who will be able to sit up at this table and be good town leaders. And it's our responsibility to do that to people. We shouldn't be standing here and saying, I don't like the Board of Education, or what they're doing, and those sorts of things. And when it's time to vote for a budget, it's not a revenge time. If we all feel this bad about the process that's happening in our Board of Education and in that building, then we owe it to the community to go there and try to do something about it. And it's not always being controlled by the purse strings. Get active. How many people in this room have been to a Board of Education meeting this year? Not very many out of the whole bunch of people that are here. How many people have even been to a Board of Education activity this year? Okay? It's time that we learn a little bit more about what we're talking about. It goes back to the old saying, don't confuse me with the facts, I've already made up my mind. I dare to say to everybody in this room, learn more about what we're doing here. Get more involved. It's easy to come here once a year and say, we don't want to spend this. But darn it, get involved so you know more about what you're talking about.